I'll just share with you a conversation I had with a businessman. I've known this guy for, I think, nearly 17 years, 30. I met him 30. No, I met him before that. I think 27. So 20 years. 20 years. This guy worked as a manager for, a couple of global brands. Then moved to Indian in UAE. Okay. Then he moved to senior manager. Then he got, head of, his department. I don't want to give his complete details. So, because I'm telling you something private and confidential. So, yeah, he went to that level, and finally he was almost going to get at a director level, but then, lost his job. And he has 2 kids, wife. And obviously, after you lose your job at a certain level, you don't want to go below that level. So he kept trying to see if he could get director level. Tried, could not get. And then he tried the same level, could not get, because this is after the age of 45. Sorry. Okay. So he tried and he could not succeed. And finally he decided, okay, now maybe I'm too old to get a job, or even if I get a job, the salary is not good. Let me start a business. Now that is where I come in, because before starting a business, he wanted to take my input and see what I had to say, even though I was younger than him. And the business that he was planning to get into was related to my area of expertise: coaching, training, events, entertainment. He wanted to move into all this, even a little bit of, events, corporate events, exhibitions. I had experience in all these areas. Okay. As usual, I told him, if you're getting into business, number 1, go alone. Number 2 is don't bite off more than you can chew. Number 3 is don't get overly aggressive in expansion, but focus more on maintaining and work with a sense of urgency, making money like desperately. So these are the only few bits of advice I did give him. This is, I think, 7-8 years ago. Okay. He went ahead with his business, but obviously, people will do whatever they want. They'll not follow everything you say. So he did start up a business, yes. But the first thing he did, which I told him not to do, is he took on multiple partners. Second mistake, what he did was, I told him, don't bite off more than you can chew. He ended up buying, stuff and assets and all that, more than he could handle. Okay. So when you have more stuff like speakers and lights and event stuff and all that, obviously you need a bigger team. Okay. So he took on all that. So his overheads were pretty high. And, he literally not only wanted to go big, he wanted to expand in different countries. Now, initially when he started off, given that they had multiple partners, all of them targeted people they knew, because they had massive contacts and connections, because they were in the UAE for many years. So within the first, I think, 2 years, he was literally making sometimes even 10,000 dirhams AED per day. Okay, 10,000 minimum. Sometimes at the close of the month, from 500,000 to up to 1 million. So, success story, right? And Loy Machedo is wrong. Exactly, 100%. My prediction was wrong. He was right. He took many partners, he expanded aggressively, put a lot of money, expanded, did big events. Okay. Then, one fine day, COVID took place. That nobody could see, neither you nor me, nor nobody. And after COVID took place, then one partner decided to withdraw, so they had to pay him off. Second partner ended up with cancer, died. It was all sudden. Third one was living in UAE, but because the husband could no longer be there, lost his job, they decided to move back, so he had to buy off their shares. And overall, he ended up with all the partners leaving. One was remaining, but then one eventually said, I'm selling all my shares, I'll give it off for cheap. He bought it. So now he was a single guy with all the assets and all the people, and he had to run the business alone. And he didn't know what to do. Because before, if you have a team of 6 people, but now you have just one, you can't manage, right? Okay. And before, he was making minimum 10,000 bucks a day, up to $1 million a month. After COVID, obviously everything shut down, so it was zero. Plus, he had to pay expenses. So after that, when he started off again, oh, a snake. See, have a look. Snake crossing. Okay. Every day. So after COVID took place, lost everything. Obviously, had to pay expenses. Following that, the market wasn't the same. The market had to recover. So before, where he was getting 10,000 bucks a day with up to $500,000 or 1 million per month, his revenues declined in that particular sector to 10,000 a month. Okay? And obviously he couldn't sustain, so he had to branch out in other different avenues and areas. And he started a new genre, new style of events, new style of training. And then what happens is, whatever you purchased, you can't use it, right? If you have purchased equipment for large-scale events or outdoor events, and there are no outdoor events, what do you do with your stock? What do you do with your assets? They're depreciating, so you have to sell them all at a loss. Okay? And for the sad turn of events, one of his kids ended up with a particular sickness, which I don't want to reveal. And he had to spend a terrible number of days, going up and down India, back for the operation and all that. And finally, now the kid is out of danger. So that took 1 year with all the stress, pressure. So as of now, he has closed down his company. He literally lost every single thing that he started off with. Everything. It came back to zero. Thankfully, the only silver lining is, he is not a person who smokes, drinks, and does all rubbish. He saved money. So he does have, I think, say roughly around $500,000 saved. Okay. And now he's thinking of going back to India. But he can't go back because the kids have to complete their college. So he's waiting until they start their career. He's planning to push them abroad. And he's planning to retire. Now, why am I sharing this story with you is not to tell you, see, I'm right. No, it's nothing like that. See, the reason I had told him what I said, don't have partners, because the more partners you have, the more people you have to keep happy with their different goals, different dreams, different wants, demands. Everyone is different. And it's like a marriage. It's very hard, especially when 2 people are equally ambitious. And 2 people have their own families, their goals. It's very hard to have a complete, total focus. The second one is, market conditions change. Yes, you can make 10,000 today. Yes, you can make 10,000 tomorrow. You do not know the market conditions the next couple of days. And one of the biggest reasons why he lost that 10,000 bucks a day is because people started offering the same services for almost even 1,000, even 500 bucks a day. How do you compete? 10,000 versus 1,000 or versus 500. And then you have these new people coming from India who are ready to offer the same services for free. Try 7 days for free. How do you compete with such people? And many of them didn't even have a registered company. some were doing freelancing, and so based on all this is why I advised him. But then again, what I've learned in life is people will do what they have to do. Okay? Each and every individual, no matter how much you tell them, whether it's a young man who is falling in love with someone in college and thinks that is true love, or someone who jumps into business and says, no, it's going to work, it's going to succeed, or, whatever. Someone takes up engineering and thinks he's going to earn big money and have a great career. People will do what they have to do. Question is, what are the chances of success? That nobody can answer. Neither me nor you. The chances of failure are much more higher than the chances of success. That is why I always tell people, don't bite off more than you can chew. Do small, like, in the movie Patriot, no? Mel Gibson, he tells his son, when he is telling his small son to shoot and kill the enemies, he said, aim small, miss small. If you aim big, you'll miss big. So, take small risks. Small risk, small reward. Small risk, small reward. Because you take a very big risk and you think you're going to get a very big reward, you can fail. And then there is no one else to blame but you. He's a good man. I genuinely want him to succeed. But then again, I have my own battles, he has his own. I'm pretty sure end of the day, he will survive. It's not that end of story for him. But he's going to have the same story most of us have. You try to do your level best as much as you can. And end of the day, you just manage to scrape up whatever you can save and hope for the best. That's the story of our lives, right? Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Life. Chalo. Yalla, you guys take care. This is me signing off. Okay?